Alicia Trevino with Coffee with Alicia, and I'm here with Joella Benson from Town Square, and we're happy to be here this morning. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. We're still working through it. We got lights and all kinds of good stuff, but we're still having a little issue going live today. So we're in my Dallas office over here off of Spring Valley with this gorgeous view. We're on the 9th floor in the conference room, and so hopefully we'll do a tour on another day, but today we're going to talk with Joella about what's going on in the lending industry. Yay! Yay! So a little bit about Joella. I've known her for about 15 years. And I always like to get a little info on you, at least, you know, a little background. So I love that I've had working moms on. Do you know what I mean? Successful working moms who can do it all, and Joella is no exception. She has got 3 kids.
Yep.
How old are they?
15, 13, and 8.
And Hank started school
Today.
Her 8-year-old started school today.
So cute.
Shout out to Ashley Trevino. My 3-year-old started daycare. My 3-year-old granddaughter started daycare today. I know it's not the same, but it's like the same.
It's the same.
I know.
You guys still let him go, and it's
You
tough.
gotta let him go. He's a 3rd grader.
3rd grader this year.
Man, oh man, they grow up way too fast.
They do.
He is a little teddy bear who reminds me of Christian when he was little.
He does look a lot
Christian,
like
my
him.
son. Anyway, so we started talking about ITIN loans earlier, and we wanted to really get you guys involved and let you know what an ITIN loan is. And Joella is actually an expert and a pioneer, really, in this loan process, I think, you know, because you guys started doing it way before anybody else did. And I think you've mastered the art, which is really, really hard to do, of an ITIN loan, because you have to really, it has a lot of ins and outs.
Right.
So I'm going to let you explain to everyone what an ITIN loan is and who it's for and generated for.
Okay, so an ITIN, first of all, is an IRS tax identification number. And what that is that if you don't have a social security number for whatever reason that may be, you can actually just go to the IRS and apply for this ITIN number. They'll give it to you, and now you can file your income taxes. So we have a lot of borrowers, like you said earlier before we came live, that you know, not necessarily from Latin America, but from all over the world, that for whatever reason don't have or can't get a social security number, so they go apply for an ITIN number. And for a long time, before the industry crashed, there was a couple of banks like Banco Popular that were doing these loans, and then it just kind of stopped. So for the last, I would say...
And to be real honest with you, that gave it a really bad name, to be real honest. You know, I mean, it took forever. We didn't have people that understood the loans. It was a lot of money down, and the interest rates were outrageous.
Right.
So are the interest rates any different?
They're lower than they were. They used to be 10, 11%, now they're in the 7s, probably 8. So it's still better, and the good part is there's no MI. So, you know, on a typical conventional or FHA loan, if you're putting 5% or even 10% down, you still have to pay MI. And with these ITIN loans,
general public who doesn't know what MI is, it's mortgage insurance, which, let's say it's a $200,000 loan, which is pretty normal today for an ITIN.
Right.
When you say, so it's a 7% interest rate.
It depends.
Depends. I get it. We can't give an exact amount, but the MI on that would have been how much?
It just depends. I mean, I've seen MI is higher than 1%. So 1% of, you know, $180,000 you're talking about.
Yeah. The alternative here, folks, is that you can't get a loan. And I've seen people from Canada ask me about it, Asia ask me about it. There's all kinds of folks that need these types of loans, and so we want to make you guys aware of it. So if you know someone out there, if you have family members that haven't even tried to do this, this is what you want to do. You want to inbox us and say, I want to know what it takes to get qualified, you know, because it doesn't hurt and it doesn't cost you anything. Am I right?
Right.
So that is just one thing that Joella specializes in. There's all kinds of other loans, and, you know, she's really, we've had some fun times.
Yeah, we have.
And
fun times.
Fun time. Joella used to work for her mom, Gypsy. Whole nother segment, whole nother story. Hey, Gypsy. We love you. Benson. So, and she has all kinds of hilarious stories about her mom.
Very funny, yes.
Her mom.
Another segment.
Let's do it now. I need some dirt on your mom.
No way. No way.
Another amazing Latin woman who has done it all and has sold 1 million houses, and truly has raised a good person.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I know.
Oh, you threw that in last minute. That was sweet.
Yeah, I was going to throw you under the bus again, but never mind. Yeah, I've done it too often. So, but Joella has saved me many of times. So I also saw that a builder not too long ago was like, who does ITIN loans? Did you see that?
Yes.
Did you notice I put your name in?
I did. They actually called me, so that's good. That's good. We're getting our name
Did
out
they?
there. They did.
Ah, lunch on you today.
Yes, for sure. But we have the Eclipse to look at. So
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you what happened to me today. So I opened my Facebook and there's an inbox message. I'm looking at Katie, but like I'm talking to her. So there's an inbox message and it says, because of the solar eclipse, okay, that there's like this energy surge, and that if you had your phone on between like 3 and 5 in the morning, that you're basically nuked. It's in my phone. Check it.
Well, mine
Like,
was on. Mine's always
freaking
on.
out. So immediately I went to Facebook to see if it was true, and it was the only one. So whoever did that to me, you gave me a heart attack. That was not nice. I'm gonna look it up.
No, a lot of people are saying all kinds of crazy things about the eclipse.
Also, they said don't look at the sun. You'll burn your eyes out.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I was going to get the glasses, but I thought, you know what?
Then someone else said you got to reverse your phone and like look at it, you know?
I didn't get all that. I'm going to watch it on TV.
Like reverse it here and then it reflects back.
I heard
think
that
might be
Instagram was going to have it live from like NASA or something. So I'm just
Yeah, anybody out there know? Do y'all know about, I didn't even know about the eclipse until about a day ago.
Oh my goodness.
And then all of a sudden it was on everywhere. I don't keep up. I keep up with
Katie's laughing.
Katie, it's nice to laugh at your boss.
It's been like, the hype for a while. So.
I have not. That's because I'm always working. Nose to the grindstone, working hard.
It's been on social media and stuff. That's how I know. I don't really watch a lot of TV, but I do check my Facebook.
Well, apparently, everyone in my little 5,000 circle of friends.
Nobody knew.
Nobody knew about the eclipse. Everybody is busy working.
Yeah.
So, if you do have some questions, I mean, Joella really is an industry expert, and she really does know a lot about conventional and other types of loans, and she actually is opening offices throughout Texas. You guys are like growing by leaps and bounds.
We're trying. We're very proud of our growth. It hasn't been easy. We started in 2009, which was not a good time to start a mortgage company, but we did.
It was a little risky.
It was very risky, but we took the risk, and I feel like finally it's paying off, so we're very happy with our growth.
I think those risk takers are, that's what you have to do. There's no way around growth without risk, right? I mean, if you're out there and you're contemplating jumping off, I mean, I don't think there's a single person, a single entrepreneur that hasn't faced that, like, reality of having to take that leap of faith. Yeah. And fail.
Yeah. I mean, we failed. Yeah, for sure. We failed at a lot of things, and that's how you learn, and that's how you get better, and that's how you...
I think a lot of people think that it's super easy, and that everything that we've ever done has just been like super easy. But I am here to tell you that it's a lot of hours. So if you're out there struggling and you're having a hard time, or you tried something and you failed at it and you're too scared to try again, I mean, the only thing you can do is keep trying, right? I mean, isn't that the case with your business?
Yeah, I feel like we started, like I said, in a tough time, and being the size company that we are now, we're not a huge company yet, but we don't want to get too big.
She's really big.
Not yet, but we will be someday. But it's kind of a hard place to be in certain things, and then as you grow, you have other problems. Like you don't want to get too big, you don't want to lose the family atmosphere, you don't want to lose the really cool culture that we've got going, where everybody's friends and everybody works on weekends and helps each other out.
That's true. Yeah. That's something that I will have to say. I mean, one of the things that friends, when you said that, when it's family and friends and culture, I think that both of our businesses thrive on that thing, and I think that's why we align ourselves so well, is because, every Tuesday you come over. Is it Tuesdays?
Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm. Every Tuesdays, Joella comes over. She says to take a vacation from her office. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, I was not supposed to say.
And I get to go to lunch.
She gets to go to lunch with all my realtors. It's super fun. And we enjoy having her over, but I think that is just it, that we have lasting bonds, we're friends, we care about each other, we know about each other's kids, we talk about all the shenanigans of our kids and realize that we all have the same issues. And so I think it makes a really big difference when you have an office that we care about our realtors and we care about our loan officers. And one of the reasons that I did start doing this is because I wanted to highlight the people that I work with, and tell them and tell other realtors, tell other buyers and sellers, about all the different services that we offer collectively as a group.
Yeah.
And then I also got Joella involved with NAREP, which is near and dear to me and my heart. I'm on the national board, and she went fighting and screaming.
I did. She dragged me by my hair.
Your hair looks beautiful.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
fine.
you.
It's all intact. You lived.
No, but it was a good thing. I appreciate you for doing that, because I learned a lot. This is my second year on the board, and not going to be on the board next year, but definitely going to be a member of NAREP. I learned a lot of stuff, and I met a lot of people, and it was great.
And the national conference is coming here,
Yes.
September. 9th is for the Lender Elevate.
Right.
10th, 11th, and 12th is for the realtors. And if you're still thinking about getting out there, you really, really should go ahead and buy a ticket now because it's selling out. I know the hotel's sold out, but you're here in Dallas. It's at the Fairmont. There's going to be so much to learn out there, especially about the Elevate. You know, Elevate, this is the first time.
Yep.
So we're really excited to see what they have to bring, but they're bringing lots and lots of people. So if you're wanting to connect with different people from different areas who speak Spanish as well, you know, that's a big, huge plus. And so I want you guys to know that we have nothing to gain from it. You know, I have nothing to gain.
It is a big old party. You get to learn and meet people, and then you get to have a lot of fun. I've been to the conventions and have nothing but great things to say about it. And really, 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 I'm not selling it. It is a lot of fun.
It actually, yeah, it's very different than some conventions. You know, I mean, not to say anything bad about others, but I think they do on purpose make sure that there's lots of music, lots of interaction,
Very Latin-y.
incredible food, like just ridiculous. Just amazing food. I mean, they're actually bringing in chefs to the hotel to do and prepare Latin cuisine, and it's just amazing food. Yeah. So I'm really excited to see that, and I know that sometimes, you know, you're like, oh, another chicken lunch. Nothing like that. So come and experience the culture. Come and experience all the people that come, because there's some really
And bring your dancing shoes.
high-end executive. She's all about the dancing. I keep going to the work, and she's like, no.
Fun.
I want to dance. There is a lot of dancing.
Says hello.
Who's this?
Stu Weinstock.
Hi, Stu. Thank you for joining. You know, I have Joella here today again from Town Square, if you just joined us. We've talked about all kinds of things. We've talked about ITIN Loans. We've talked about school starting. If you parents out there have kids in school, big thumbs up. You finally got rid of them. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. And now you actually get to go to work. You know what? I love when school starts. You want to know why?
Why?
Because all my realtors come in at 9 o'clock.
That's true.
Jessica's in the background. She's like, they all have to drop off their kids. I'm like, get dressed, get ready, come into the office, let's go to work. So, and you're so much more productive in the mornings. Are you a morning person?
No, I'm not. I'm not at all. No, I don't like.
Do you get up earlier though?
I do get up. I mean, yeah, I was in my office at 8 o'clock this morning without, you know, I had to be.
See?
Not a choice anymore.
A wonderful thing for us business owners. I love when school starts.
I know. It depresses me. I like the summertime.
Yeah.
It's depressing. Now it's gonna
The
get
only-
cold and yeah.
It's 100 degrees outside.
No, but it's gonna get cold, and then Christmas.
It gets cold for 2 days.
No.
It really.
I was meant to live in the Caribbean. And
Oh,
have
well, that's
this
right, because
tan.
you're from Peru.
Well, Peru's not in the Caribbean, but it's close. But I do.
All I think about
like
is the pictures you sent me in
on
the
the beach.
blue water.
Yeah. No, we have some nice beaches
I mean, you
there.
know, like Peru,
I know it.
but different.
Yes. Sunny and beautiful. It doesn't get very cold in Lima, where I'm from, so I'm not a fan of the cold weather at all.
You always say she always tells me she's going to invite me there, but
You're invited. It's an open invitation.
okay,
Come down
I want an
whenever you
actual date. And then I want to stay at your dad's house.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Okay.
And okay, you
I'll
guys,
send you
you
some
guys
dates.
heard it here. She said she's going to send me there. So please, let me know the date.
I will send
I'm
you
going to
some
book
dates.
it. Let's
Okay.
do it today.
Book it.
Okay, Tuesday when you come over.
Okay.
So anything else you got going on? Oh, you had
Roger
a
says you
forum.
look amazing.
Oh, thanks, Roger. He's talking to me, right?
No. It's,
I'm sure both.
Thanks,
All right,
Roger.
thanks, Roger. So you had a forum this weekend.
Oh, we did.
Tell me, and you were on television.
Not me, but
You're
our
getting so
office.
famous.
I know we are. No, what we did is one of the things that we do is we do like you said earlier. We do ITIN loans, and we do a lot of first-time home buyer loans. So we feel it's our responsibility to educate these buyers. So every month, actually here we're actually Trevino office is across the street, and they do first-time home buyer classes that are HUD approved, and they do them in Spanish, and then Town Square does them in English every single month, free to everybody. And so we decided, and those are for the consumers, those are for the borrowers. So we decided that we needed something to educate the realtors and even our loan officers. So we had a forum on the SB4.
Does everyone know what SB4 is all about? Any
I think you
questions?
I'll explain it real quick, but September 1st, I think,
September
law goes
1st.
into effect, where if you are pulled over in a say you have a traffic violation and you're pulled over, the law enforcement officer is now allowed to ask you if you have papers, if you have
If you're
a
legally
green
here
card.
in this country.
Right, and
Right.
so, there's a lot of hoopla going on about it, and a lot of people know, and a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people think they know, and they really don't know. So we had a forum where we invited an attorney, or actually a representative of the USCIS, which is the Immigration Service, and we had a law enforcement officer, and they I think they put a lot of people at ease. I think that it went very well. It was 2.5 hours long. We had a lot of questions, and we had a lot of people that attended, and Telemundo showed up, which I thought was pretty cool.
That is very cool.
We were on the news.
Obviously, it was newsworthy.
Yeah.
If Telemundo, we bring this up, and I grew up. I grew up in a very middle class, non-Hispanic neighborhood, and so for a very long time, I wasn't really aware of some of the issues out there. And so, over time, I guess you do get older as you get wiser and you get more educated. And I think that a lot of what goes on in the industry, including the real estate industry, is lack of information. And so, it is super important for all you realtors, professionals, whatever you're doing, is that you get informed about the causes of what people are up in arms about, And so SB4 hit me near and dear because, my parents were immigrants into this country. I mean, they're legal now, but they came here a long time ago looking to start a dream, and if it hadn't been for them, I wouldn't be where I am today. And so I feel like it is my duty to fight for those that may not be able to fight for themselves. Yeah. And so a lot of what we're starting to do, we're starting to band together as professionals because we didn't have it as hard as our parents. I mean, I'm sure that your mom and your father struggled, and their story was probably I don't know. I mean, a lot of the people that work for me, their parents came over here that way. I love that we're second, third generation now, but we need to remember our roots. And so for me, somehow, some way, when I got involved with NARUP, which is all about really, it's the mainstream is real estate, but the culture is all intact. And I started hearing other stories of other individuals that were just like me. And all of a sudden I felt so connected, like they understood me. And I think that is the bond that we all have, right? Yeah. That is the bond that when I talk to you, I understand you. I understand your culture. I understand your strive to be better and to work hard, and your work ethic is impeccable, and all the people that we surround ourselves with, that really is important. That's what binds us together. So SB4 to me, and the fact that you put the forum on is really important. It's important for the public to know whether you're Latin or not. You should be educated so that you know what's going on out there. I know there's a lot of advocates about that. And it does fall into the real estate realm.
Absolutely.
All of that is part of what we advocate for in home ownership. And you did say that it's not as scary as some people make it out to be.
Yeah, I felt like, obviously we're not going to get on to all the details, but I felt like it was not as gloom and doom as a lot of people imagined it to be. And I think most people came out of there pretty positive about what it really is, and how hopefully it won't affect us as much as we think it will.
And we don't have a lot of time to go into it in detail, but I do I suggest that if you aren't familiar with it, that you go online and you look it up. If you just put it in SB4, it's probably going to pop up, and you're going to see all kinds of stuff. And it is controversial, and we're not here to stir the pot, but we're here to raise awareness of what's going on in our country. And so today is not as lighthearted as normally, and you're pretty funny.
Usually
you're
I'm pretty hilarious.
You're hilarious.
I don't know.
You're being very. It's Monday.
It's
Eclipse
Day. That's
it's
why.
the Eclipse. I think it's coming.
It took the funny out of me.
It did.
It did.
And I got nuked this from 3 to 4. You probably did too. Where was your phone? If your
And
phone
my
was
phone's
by
fine.
you.
No, my phone was fine.
No, was it by you? Was it by your bed?
Yeah, I sleep with it right here.
Then it's
Right
over.
there.
According to that, it's over.
No, and my phone's great. Don't worry about it.
No, your brain. It nuked your
my brain. That's why. Maybe.
That's why you couldn't even get it.
Sorry, I'm a little slow. It must be the phone.
It was the
power
phone.
surge.
It nuked you. If you don't get my loans right, it's
Now
gonna
we
be
have
like
an
it was the
excuse.
phone. Every time I forget something, it's like because I got
Power
nuked on the
surge.
Eclipse and I didn't turn my phone off.
It's fine. We'll be all right.
I don't know.
We will survive Eclipse 2017. 2017? No, 17.
So, okay, this reminds me, our office burned down once. Do you remember the burn down?
Yeah.
It burned to the ground. It's a different story for a different day when Laura Suarez is around. But every time that Laura couldn't find something for a while, she would be like, oh, it burned up in the fire. So now we have a new story.
Now it's the Eclipse.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you so much. Please come on again. We'll talk about something more fun than this. But we appreciate everybody out there in Facebook or FaceTime land.
Facebook Live land.
Facebook Live land.
Land.
All right. Have a great day, everyone.